So we are gonna go to a store. I don't know what store yet. I have really bad anxiety. I know I have to get a loaf of bread and I would like a frozen pizza. My goal is going to be to go to Target. That's where we're heading towards, but there is a decent chance that we will turn around and not go there, if that makes sense, because I have a lot of anxiety, and so I don't know. Depends on how busy it is. Oh yeah, and so the other objective, so obviously I need to get bread, and this is exposure therapy for me, but the other objective is Pharaby and I are going to work on crowd control for her, so we're going to go. So we are working on downstay. I can see her over the rack, by the way. But we're working on a downstay. I've kind of parked her over there, so she should be fine. But we don't work on this a lot, so we're doing it. So we're gonna try this again. I'm just parking her places, literally with the idea of her just staying. Stay. And all of these aisles are shorter than me, so I can see if there's anybody. And obviously I can hear Pharaby, but she's right there. And the whole point is literally I just want her to stay. That's it. In case she had to for some reason, which there's no reason she should have to do this, but you don't ever know. Uh-oh. Tangled.
Good. Let me see you. Let me see you. You're so good. Yes, you are. Look at how this works. You know in the whole world. That's what I was looking for. This one pops right here. Sit, please. Sit. Sit. Good job.
that went so good. So it went really well for me, personally, with all of my stuff. So that went great. I made a point to walk around just like Kate has said. Oh, you don't have to wear a vest. Let's take your vest off. It's more comfortable in the car with no vest. We went to Target, and so what I did was I really tried to make sure that I was paying attention and kind of going in the more carpeted areas a little bit more, since we know that's the area that she struggles with. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all what I did and what I have, and it's this. So this is a halty. It's a head halty. What is it called? A gentle leader. And I picked this up not too long ago because there are times when I feel like Pharaby's only problem is that she puts her nose to the ground. That is the only problem. And so I felt like by having this, because, you know, like obviously if my crossbody's on, then it only has like a tiny bit of a J in it. You know what I mean? So it's not technically enough for her to make it to the ground, if that makes sense. So I felt like this would just be good to kind of reinforce, like, oh, hey, we don't put our head up while we're working. Put our head down while we're working. And so that's why I got this. And what I did is today I alternated between using it and not. So I used it whenever I noticed that she was putting her head down a lot. Like I just went ahead and switched to this. But then the times when I felt like, okay, you know, she was doing better a little bit, then I switched, because this is not the goal. I did a lot of research on these, and I can't find anything negative, basically, saying that like, oh, this is inhumane or anything like that. Personally, I kind of feel like it just is a little bit weird to lead another living thing around by their head. But at the same time, I feel the same way about a collar. But I don't know. And Pharaby doesn't mind this. I'm not going to say that it's her favorite thing. I think she'd prefer a harness, honestly, over anything up, you know, on her head or neck. But with a vest, like her vest and her harness don't fit together. And so it's just not an option for us. So that's why we're using this some, and that's why in today's clip, like, you see it sometimes and sometimes you don't, because I'm literally just trying to use it sparingly. I always feel weird whenever I'm using something different, and I'm hoping that no one gets mad at me. Okay, and by the way, the real reason I even got one of these and started trying it out is because I had watched on Peacock, it's called Adele and Everything After, and it's a service dog that's being retired and the woman is getting a new service dog. And at that service dog training facility, they use halters. And I was watching that, and I happened to think, I'm like, you know what? I noticed that a lot of service dogs use a halter, and so I ordered one. And that's how we came to get one, because I was thinking, you know, it seems like that's pretty standard service dog tool to have. So I'm in a good mood. I feel like I did something. We're gonna go home. So I got home, changed clothes completely, put everything up, and realized that I did not do a grocery haul for you. So I'm gonna show you what we got. So I got a loaf of bread. I am so excited about this. This is what I went to Target for. All right, so this brand, Tattooed Chef, they make really good vegan pizzas, and they have flavors that are not like just plain ass flavors. So this one it's their Rainbow State, and it's vegan. So it's plant-based bacon, plant-based mozzarella shreds, jalapenos, and pineapple. And I am so excited about this. 4 cans of beans. These were 85 cents each there, and they're $1.09 at Kroger. I got this salsa. This is my favorite salsa at all, and I don't ever go to Target anymore, so I haven't had it in probably over a year. But I'm proud of myself for going. I'm proud of myself for actually doing it and going that far, because y'all, I took a lot of time in the store. I'm super proud of that, because typically what I do whenever I go to the store, I get what I need, and I hustle and get going as fast as I can, because I don't want to be there. I don't want to be out. I don't want any of it. But I was talking to a friend. She has struggled with a lot of the same things that I struggle with, where she had to do exposure therapy. Whenever I started having some of the problems that I'm having now, and where I felt like it was just really gonna go south quick, I messaged her and I was like, do you have any tips? Because I don't know, basically this is where I am. I don't want it to become this thing. And she was telling me things that she was doing. So all of this is actually inspired by her. Yeah. So thanks to my friend Kate for encouraging me and posting about your struggles and stuff. She's the one who told me about whenever you get out and you're doing your exposure therapy, like, The part that I was missing was you're supposed to sit with it until the bad passes. So the way she explained it to me is if you're at like a 9 with your PTSD, whenever you are leaving or whenever you're arriving at the place that's a problem or whatever, then you're supposed to try really hard to stay until it lowers. I might be messing this up, but from what I can remember, you want to stay until it lowers several points. So let's say that you're at 9 and let's say that you can hang out and you can get it to like a 6. Then that's like what you feel like is good, you're happy with it, whatever. Okay, then cool, then go home. Start again the next day or the next time you go out. And every time you're supposed to try to stay at least till it gets some better, but obviously the goal is for it to be okay and like good. And today, honestly, I feel like I was like a 4 probably whenever we left Target, which is good. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and coming to Target with us. I hope you enjoyed seeing the training that we did and the exposure therapy we did for me. We will see you next week. Bye guys.